Good day everyone, my name is Leslie Dorida Arcelia, and today I will discuss about the reforming the Philippine government during Japanese occupation. So before we proceed to our main topic, let's see the objective of our discussion. So first, analyze the system of the government during the Japanese occupation. Second is describe the system and framework of the Japanese colonial government. So alam naman natin ginawa ng kasundaluhan ng Pilipinas na depensahan ng bansa, ngunit nasakop pa rin tayo ng mga Hapones. So, dahil dyan, the system and framework of Japanese period administration, nabago yung balangkas ng pamamahala sa ating pamahalaan noong panahon ng mga Hapones. So bago po umalis si Manuel L. Quezon patungong Australia, kalaunan, pumunta siya ng Estados Unidos, binili niya yung bansa natin kay Jose P. Laurel at kay George Vargas. So, alam naman natin na, alam ng mga Hapones na gaano kagusto ng mga Pilipino na magkaroon ng sariling independensya at kalayaan ng sarili nating bansa. So, hindi kaya't nila tayong sumali sa Greatest East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere. So, it is Japan's attempt to form an economic and military bloc consisting of nations within East and Southeast Asia against Western colonization and manipulation. So, kilala natin si General Masaharu Homma. So, noong January 10, 1942, tinatag niya or dineklara niya na malaya na tayo, o tuluyan malaya na tayo sa American. So, nung araw na rin na yun, January 3, 1942, the Japanese military administration was established on January 3, 1942 to administer the political, economic, and cultural affairs of the Philippines after it was occupied by Japan. It was headed by the Director General, initially General Yoshihide Hayashi, who received order from Tokyo. So, yung Japanese military administration is yung in-establish para mamuno or pamunuan yung Pilipinas tungkol sa political, economic, or cultural ng bansa. So, noong January 23, 1942, tuluyan na nga binuwag yung Commonwealth Administration. Pagkatapos nabuwag ang Commonwealth Administration, nabuo yung Philippine Executive Commission. So, yung Philippine Executive Commission was created as the provincial caretaker government of the city of Greater Manila and eventually of the whole Philippines during Japanese occupation of the country during World War II. So, yung PEC or Philippine Executive Commission is siya yung namamahala na sa bansa natin or sa Manila noong panahon ng Japanese occupation or noong World War II. So, si George Vargas is the chairman of the Philippine Executive Commission. So, later on, napalitan yung Philippine Executive Commission ng Central Administrative Organization. So, yung Central Administrative Organization is namumuno pa rin doon si George Vargas. So, yung mga kagawaran niya, yung is Pilipino din namumuno, pero wala silang kapangyarihan dahil may pinakamataas sa kanila or may kumokontrol pa rin sa kanilang mga taga-payong Hapones. So, ito na yung Kalibapi. On December 2, 1942, the Kalibapi or the Kapisanan sa Paglilingkod sa Bagong Pilipinas, a non-political party was established. So, ang Kalibapi is aimed to bring about the rapid reconstruction of the Philippines and the rehabilitation of the Philippines. So, ginawa yung Kalibapi para umangat or magkaroon ulit ng foundation yung Pilipinas or yung mga Pilipino. At ang Kalibapi rin ay ang isang partido kinilala sa Pilipinas noong panahon ng Hapones. So, si Prime Minister Hideki Tojo ay nagkaroon ng malaking pagtitipon sa Luneta noong May 6, 1943. Pinabatid niya na bibigay na yung kalayaan na hinihingi sa Pilipinas. So, ang Kalibapi ay inatasang makipagtulungan sa pamahalaan ng kolonyal na gumawa ng isang komisyon. At ang komisyon na ay tinatawag ang Preparatory Committee for Philippine Independence or ang pinimulang para sa kasarinlan ng buong Pilipinas. Ang nahalal na pangulo o pinakamataas sa posisyon na yon ay si Jose P. Laurel. At ang nagwagi para sa Vice President ay si Ramon Arsenia and Benigno Aquino. So makalipas ang ilang buwan, the Preparatory Commission led by Jose P. Laurel presented its draft constitution on September 4, 1943, and 3 days later, the Calibapi General Assembly ratified the draft constitution. So makalipas ang ilang buwan na tapos na yung constitutions na isinulat sa wikang Tagalog at Ingles na pinirmahan ng mga nasa posisyon. So noong September 20, 1943, elected representative from different provinces to form the members of the National Assembly. So noong September 20, 1943, nagkaroon ng malaking assembly na dinalhuan ng iba-ibang tao mula sa iba-ibang lugar para mabuo yung National Assembly. So sa assembleyang yon, nanalo si Jose P. Laurel as Pangulo ng ating bansa. Pagkatapos noon, nagkaroon na tayo ng Second Republic.